Hey, welcome to Sing and Cook on Sanjeev Kapoor's Khazana, and I'm back again with some wonderful recipes. I've got a lot of requests from all over the world, but this one is specially from Priya, and I'm making Palak Raita for her. Palak, spinach and anything green is my favorite, But this recipe that I'm making is unique and different. If you try this, I'm sure you'll see what is that difference when you make it for yourself after you learn from me. Yeah. So I've got here some young spinach, and let me tell you some tips on buying spinach. When you buy spinach, what do? Check these leaves. They should be nice and crisp like this one. No holes here because they're generally infected by worms. So when you buy spinach, it's most important to check all these things. I've got some beautiful spinach leaves here. I'll take half of them and keep the rest. When you put the spinach in boiling water, you must have a bowl of ice. Why? Because if you refresh the spinach retains the green color. Blanching the spinach in this hot water here, and I will not overcook it. Just about done, and plunge them in ice water. And that's the most important thing. If you don't plunge the spinach in ice water, what happens is it keeps cooking and you lose the green color. This one here helps to retain the green color. I've got here some beautiful blanched spinach now. We'll have the spinach removed from water. Just squeeze the entire water. Now the next step, I've got some ginger here, and I've also got a pan on fire with little oil. I've got another pan here for deep frying spinach. Ginger here with me, so slice it fine and then chop it. Now ginger chopped. Got some garlic here. Chop some garlic also. I prefer using garlic whenever I cook spinach, whether it is in curries or in raitas. Beautiful. Ginger and garlic together in this pan. Saute until the garlic is at least brown. In the meanwhile, let my spoon be on this rest. Got some green chillies, not so spicy ones. I'll chop 2 of them. If you don't like it spicy, add little less of it. But the ones which I'm using here are not so spicy. There's always a trick to chop green chilies also, When you chop green chilies, apply a little bit of oil in your hands. The sharpness of the chilies, you'll at least get relieved from it if you apply a little oil. So the green chilies along with ginger and garlic into the oil. Let's increase the flame. Now for the spinach, let's chop it fine. Beautiful green spinach. Not cook it so much because the spinach as it is boiled. All you need is to temper it, so that you get that value added flavor. Spinach, surprisingly, most people know that it's good for iron. But this is also the vegetable that has proteins in it. Isn't it surprising? I'm sure you must not have heard this. So eating spinach or any greens is always healthy. So here's the spinach. Let me squeeze a little more. Now into this ginger garlic mixture. Beautiful. To this, we'll add some salt, some roasted cumin powder. That's it. Let me put the fire off. The spinach is done now. Let me just take it out in a bowl. Nice brown garlic, ginger, chilies, and green spinach. What we'll do is, we'll let it cool down to room temperature. I'll not mix it while it is hot. So let me have this put in the refrigerator to cool it. Now, most people do ask me, Chef, when we cook, can we put hot food inside? One, I would prefer it bringing it to room temperature and then putting it, simply because I don't want my fridge to get spoiled. Spoiled in the sense, when it is hot, there's too much of flavors that erupt and are caught by the other vegetables. However, this is little warm and not so much of quantity, you can put directly. And when you put directly inside, what you need to do is, you need to keep it open and then put it in the refrigerator. So I'll put this for some time for the spinach to cool down. Now in the meanwhile, I've got some yogurt here, got some lovely whisk. Here's my uniform also great, got all my spoons stuck in here and the whisk here. So whisk the yogurt to a smooth consistency. The yogurt should be nice and thick, and I always prefer for raitas rich yogurt, full fat yogurt. Now this is whisked nice and thick. To this we'll add salt. I also have some black salt here, and I prefer adding in spinach raita especially some black salt. I've also got some chaat masala. Now this is something which is easily available in packets, and I love adding chaat masala to my raita because it gives that nice tang to all raitas. So chaat masala, teaspoon of chaat masala. If you are making it for at least 3 to 4 portions, whisk it nicely. Simple raita, but you'll see the difference when we finish it. Now, whenever you mix salt and all the seasonings, let's taste it. I'm sure you would be doing that at home too. The right kind of salt, chaat masala, it's got that tang in it. Keep it aside. Now, the balanced spinach leaves. What am I going to do with them? Just place them individually like this. And what we'll do, where's my knife? Here. And roll it up like this and cut very fine. That's the difference that I'm creating here for the spinach raita. Other leaves here. Roll them up so that you can cut them fine easily. Finely chopped spinach. And I'm done with this. So the spinach is chopped. What next? I've got some oil that I've kept it on fire, and it's hot oil. So the oil here needs to be absolutely hot. The spinach in here. Now, wow. Fry the spinach crisp. Spinach is nice and crisp. Drain the spinach on a piece of newspaper like this to remove the excess oil. Nice and crisp spinach here. I've got the fried spinach ready here, whisked yogurt, and also the sauteed spinach, right? So let's assemble the spinach raita. Let me get the spinach. Yes, it's cold now. So put this whisked yogurt, a little bit of it. First, blend it with the sauteed spinach, Nicely blend it with the yogurt, and finally put some more of it. I want the spinach with the yogurt because generally when you serve it to people, it should be yogurt and the spinach together. This is ready. What next? That's the surprise, and that's what the difference is in this spinach raita that I am making. I've got this fried spinach here on top of the yogurt. Beautiful, isn't it? And last not the least, I've got some sesame seed. Let me roast a bit of them. Sesame actually adds the nice nutty flavor to this raita. This is done. So let me just take a bit of this, and wow, look at this, look at this. Beautiful spinach raita, isn't it? Have you ever made spinach raita like this? I'm sure you've not. And that's where I bring those little differences to make food more interesting. And Priya, this is especially for you. Do try it out and let me know. Spinach raita.